Right now, in the darkness of your backyard, things are happening that most people never see, never hear, never even think about. The birds that visit your feeder during the day do not simply disappear when the sun goes down. They have a nighttime life that is as complex, as dangerous, and as fascinating as anything that happens in daylight. And almost nobody knows what it looks like. Tonight, we are going in. Welcome to the Bird Vault, where we go deep on the science of backyard birds, what they think, what they feel, and what they are actually doing when you are not watching. Subscribe if you are new, and stay until the end, because what happens just before dawn in your yard is the part that will genuinely surprise you. Part 1, 1 to 1:30, where your birds go at night. The first thing most people get wrong about backyard birds at night is assuming they go somewhere far away. They do not. The cardinal that visits your feeder every morning, the chickadee that hangs upside down on your suet, the sparrow that hops under your feeder picking up fallen seeds, almost all of them are still in your yard, or within 100 feet of it. Backyard songbirds are not long-distance night travelers. They are intensely territorial about their roosting sites. A bird that has established a territory around your yard will roost inside that territory every single night, returning to specific locations that they have assessed and selected for safety. That dense shrub beside your fence, the thick conifer in the corner of your yard, the cavity in the dead branch you have been meaning to cut down, these are not random places. Every bird roosting in your yard tonight chose that specific spot deliberately, through observation, through testing, through returning to it night after night until it became familiar enough to feel safe. Your yard at 3 a.m. is not empty. It is full of birds you cannot see, each one tucked into a carefully selected hiding spot, each one within a short flight of where you saw them this morning. Now here is the part that surprises most people. Roosting birds are not simply unconscious. Sleeping birds is genuinely extraordinary and fundamentally different from sleeping mammals. Birds practice something called unihemispheric sleep. They can put one half of their brain to sleep while keeping the other half fully awake and alert. The eye connected to the sleeping half of the brain closes. The eye connected to the alert half stays open, watching, monitoring, processing the environment for threats. A bird roosting in your yard tonight may look completely still and asleep, one eye closed, feathers puffed against the cold, and the other eye open, scanning, alert to every movement and sound in the darkness around it. This is not a light state of drowsiness. This is a genuine split consciousness. Half the brain fully resting and recovering, while the other half maintains full predator awareness. Birds can shift which hemisphere is sleeping, alternating rest and alertness throughout the entire night. Some birds take this further. Ducks and geese roosting at the edge of a group will orient their open eye outward, watching the perimeter, while birds in the center of the group sleep more deeply with both eyes closed. The group collectively coordinates its vigilance while its members rest. Your backyard birds tonight are not simply sleeping. They are running one of the most sophisticated rest systems in the animal kingdom, simultaneously recovering and watching in the darkness of your yard. The reason birds evolve such a complex sleep system is simple. The night is dangerous, and your backyard, as safe as it feels to you, is a hunting ground after dark. The great horned owl is the apex nocturnal predator of North American backyards. Silent wings, asymmetric ears that can locate prey by sound alone in complete darkness. Strike force that can kill animals several times its own weight. A great horned owl entering your yard at 3 a.m. is virtually silent and virtually invisible to everything in it. Your roosting birds know this. Their nighttime behavior is shaped entirely around owl predation. The roosting spots they select, dense interior branches, thick shrubs, cavities, are specifically chosen to minimize owl access. Owls hunt by diving from above into open spaces. A bird tucked deep inside a dense shrub with branches on every side is extraordinarily difficult for an owl to reach. There is also the domestic cat. Cats are crepuscular and nocturnal hunters, most active in the hours around midnight and before dawn. A cat that patrols your yard during the day poses some risk. A cat that patrols at 3 a.m. is operating at peak hunting efficiency, in darkness, in silence, at the time when roosting birds are at their most vulnerable. Research has documented that birds in yards with regular nighttime cat activity roost higher and in denser cover than birds in cat-free environments. They have assessed the threat. They have adapted their roosting behavior in response. Your yard at 3 a.m. is not peaceful. It is a managed survival environment, and your birds are managing it actively every single night.
Here is the part most people never see, because it happens at a time when almost no one is outside. Approximately 30 to 45 minutes before sunrise, while the sky is still dark, something begins in your yard. The dawn chorus. Individual birds begin singing, one at a time, in a sequence that researchers have documented is remarkably consistent. The same species beginning in the same order every single morning. Robins typically begin first, then blackbirds, then gradually the other species join, each one starting at a specific light level that triggers its singing. But the dawn chorus is not just beautiful, it is functional. It is the morning announcement of territory. Every male bird singing in your yard at 4 a.m. is declaring, "I am here. I survived the night. This territory is mine." The songs are louder in the dawn chorus than at any other time of day, because the air is still, because sound carries further, because every other bird in the territory needs to hear the message clearly. There is also evidence that the dawn chorus functions as a fitness signal. The ability to sing loudly and accurately after a night of disrupted split-brain sleep signals to potential mates that the singing bird is healthy, well-fed, and capable. The first song you hear outside your window in the morning, that clear note cutting through the quiet before you are fully awake, is not a bird greeting the day. It is a bird that survived the night, assessed its territory, and is announcing its survival to every other bird within earshot. Every single morning, in your yard, before you open your eyes. Tonight, before you go to sleep, think about what is happening in your yard after dark. The cardinal in the dense shrub, the chickadee in the cavity, each one running a split-brain sleep system, one eye open, watching, managing the darkness until the moment 30 minutes before sunrise, when the first note breaks the quiet and tells every other bird, "I made it through another night." It was happening last night. It will happen tonight, in your yard, in the dark. Tell us in the comments, have you ever been awake at 3 a.m. and heard something in your yard? A sound you could not identify? Share what you heard. We will see you in the Bird Vault next week.